Thank you, NGB.
Thank you, NGB.
Happy to help.
Thank you, NGB.
Thank you, NGB.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Magicians girls soccer team takes on the Swampscott Big Blue in a game that has huge conference implications. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and be sure to stay tuned at the end of the game for the Marblehead Fitness Center Player of the Game. Girls are about to get underway here. Marblehead's wearing their home white jerseys and Swampscott is sporting their dark blue road jerseys with the white lettering. Marblehead kicks off here to get things underway on a crisp October Halloween night. Ball's going up the far sidelines. Swampscott will find it first. Two really good teams here today, and the winner of the team, if Swampscott wins the game, they will win the conference outright, and Marblehead, if they win, they share the conference title with the Big Blue. Big Blue come in at 16-1-1 overall. So Marblehead takes a fall down midfield and then takes a shot. Not a bad opening shot there. Megan Cronin being aggressive right away. That's what the Marblehead needs to do. Looking to score first here today. So Swampscott 16-1-1 overall this year. Marblehead 13-3-1 with 2 conference losses. So a loss here from Swampscott brings them to 2 conference losses either. Marblehead would hold the tiebreak. In the 2 meetings this year between the 2 teams, the one other meeting, it was a 0-0 tie at Swampscott. It was the Magicians' first tie of the year and put a halt to their 6-game winning streak that opened up the season. Good throw in here by the Big Blue. Pressure from Marblehead. Captain Kelly Morrison is the goaltender for Marblehead. She's the captain along with Lucie Poulin, Meg Ryan, and Bridget Schauder, They are the 4 captains for this Marblehead team. All seniors as well. It's going to be Swampscott ball. And it is Emily Guinea in net for Swampscott today. She has obviously been very good this year with their record. Only the 1 loss and the 1 tie to Marblehead, 0-0. A few keys to the game for Marblehead today. Score first. They definitely want to put the pressure on Swampscott as they didn't score against them in the last game. The girls have a bunch of shutouts this year, so when they score first, they're much more confident in their ability to stop the other team from scoring. They're going to want to get back on defense. They don't want the ball to get over the defense's head. Defensive line is very good, as you can see right there. Lucie Poulin keeping it in as she retreats and plays another one. She's fantastic on the back line, along with her fellow defenders, Bridget Schauder, Rory Schauder, Maeve Bosley back there as well. And holding the line here right at the 30, not allowing Swampscott to get anywhere close to the net so far. Nice play there, and then taken out, absolutely dropped, is Michaela Agresti. That was Meg Ryan who came in really hard there. Megan Cronin steals that one as she's pulled on. White trying to break the defensive line now. They may have an opportunity as they'll line up a indirect from the 25. It's going to be Meg Ryan. Excuse me, this is Rory Schauder. Meg Ryan's she's gonna take the kick. I thought she was gonna touch it and have Schauder take the kick, but there's a rebound here out to the corner. The goalie going really far out towards the corner post there to play that one out of bounds. Marblehead will take over on a throw-in. That one slips out of the hands of Bridget Schauder. Back to Poulin. She has Bosley behind her. She plays it to her. Laid down to Migliori. Has it spin left off her foot and out of bounds. This was supposed to be the season finale game for Marblehead, but their game on Friday, October 28th, a few nights ago, was postponed. By the time you see this, we'll be way past November 1st, but November 1st is when they'll finish their season against Swampscott. Against Saugus. Good play here. This is Olivia Eddy, pushes it ahead. Meg Ryan may have a chance. Collides with Grace DeGrand on the other end. It's DeGrand that wins the battle. Last touch by Marblehead. Swampscott will put it back into play. So Gresti. Back and forth they go, but it is Swampscott's ball as a result. Bridget Cullinane throws in. Sneaks past Haley Barnhart and now back again to the Swampscott back line. She drills her own teammate. Gresti making sure Cullinane's awake. She is now, that's for sure. Marblehead's going to have their first corner of the game. See if they can find one of the posts here. She does play front post. That was Bridget Schauder who attempted the corner kick. I couldn't tell the way her hair fell if it was 28 or 25. Her and her sister look a lot alike out there. Wear similar numbers. Pressure by Marblehead. A good clean win there. Poulin steps on the ball, stumbles, but Bosley's there. This is Rory Schauder, flying up the far sideline, now tries to center. Can't find Cronin. Meg Ryan heads it towards the corner. Swampscott will have a goal kick. Two subs for Swampscott, senior Ellie Wright and Ella Parker, another senior. Six seniors on the roster for Swampscott. 12 on the roster for Marblehead, so a very experienced team. The girls have been playing together for a long time. It's a lot of their final chances at a state championship. A few weeks back, they got a taste of what the postseason is going to be like. They had a really tough stretch of games. They actually had a 3-game losing streak. They were 10-0, 10-0-1, and then had a 3-game losing streak to number 1 team in the state, Central Catholic. The Swampscott lines up for a penalty kick. Jamie Caponegro scores and breaks the ice, 1-0, Big Blue. She beats Kelly Morrison. Bottom corner. Andrew Bubb not happy about the call that led to that penalty kick, as now his team's in a hole. Through a game in 10 minutes, they haven't scored against Swampscott. White awaiting the whistle. To resume play, they get it. A big kick there by a Swampscott defenseman. Juliana Rhodes kicks it about 50 yards back to the defense of Marblehead. It leads to her team being able to put some pressure on here right after scoring. Already back in the box. But Morrison able to scoop it up. That 3-game losing streak that Marblehead experienced began at Central Catholic. They're the number 1 girls team in the state. And then they lost at home to Danvers in a game we covered. And then at Peabody, both Peabody and Danvers also have only 2 losses or less on the season. Peabody has won the other side of the NEC conference, and both teams will be represented in the tournament. And along with our girls, all hope to make pretty deep runs. We may run into Danvers or Peabody again. Both teams make a few changes. Ball batted around in the middle, won by Rory Schauter. And raced down by Olivia Eddy, but Emily Guinea was able to get there first. Marblehead's showing signs of life now that they're in a 1-0 hole. Schauter tries it up the sidelines, but it's pushed back to the middle of the field by the Big Blue. This is Kaylin Attridge, newly in the game. Illegal throw there, and Swampscott takes over. Up the sideline, spinning away from the corner. Poulin's going to let it run out of bounds. Since Marblehead dropped those 3 straight, they've been absolutely dominant, winning 3 straight. Outscoring opponents 27-1, if you can believe that. An 8-0 shutout win at Salem on October 20th. Big Blue does a nice job there of settling the pressure put on by Marblehead, at least for a second. Now Attridge going to have a shot. Left foot, centers. No one home there. Girls beat Gloucester 9-1 in that stretch of games. And then a couple nights later, had a home game against Winthrop under the lights, and they won 9-0 in that one. So just pouring on the offense here against some weaker competition, and that should be a foul. Marblehead will take over. Olivia Eddy was just shoved to the ground. Margot Beaupre way too aggressive. Meg Ryan and Rory Schauder over with the ball. Both staring into the sun. Players make a run. Good ball, front net, and another rebound, but just briefly off of Emily Guinea. She's been pretty solid so far, but if she doesn't catch one of these, Marblehead could take advantage of a rebound if that comes into play later on.
Hey, that's his call! He's right on top of it!
Fans in uproar over that one. As the referee on the near side of the field makes a call 20 yards away from him and across the field.
Couldn't see that one either.
Marblehead here near side. Good trap by Attridge, but loses it behind her. Poulin fronts this one. It's Haley Barnhart with the pressure. Still fighting hard. Nifty move and gets a shot away. No idea how she got a shot off there. It was triple coverage around the net. Good defense by Marblehead. Good ball by Eddie, but on the wrong side of Attridge. Bosley chooses the sideline as opposed to kicking it back to the goalie. Short throw. Both girls attempting to find the ball, missed there. Goal kick for MHS. Gabriella Mark on the Marblehead sideline, stretching out, trying to warm up a little bit. It is cold down there on the field, especially in the shade, the one half of the field that's covered. Andrew Bubb, very unhappy with the officiating so far in this game. 16 minutes in. His team down 1-0. Can't seem to figure out how to break past the Swampscott defense, or at least beat Emily Guinea. It's a good kick, but Marblehead wins the ball. Very important for the Magicians here. They're going to need to win a bunch of 50-50 balls today and keep possession away from Swampscott as much as they can. Poulin scoots it over to Bosley. They're going to try the left side of the field. Nice play by Attridge there. And then they run into a wall as Migliori can't get it past. A solid defense for Swampscott. This one finds a seam. Luckily there wasn't a big blue player there. Meg Ryan crosses the midfield mark and has her player beat. And is tripped up. The whistle does sound. Good opportunity. Good opportunity here for Marblehead. Move the ball up a couple yards. Marblehead happy about that. So Lucie Poulin will have a chance. She'll work from the shade, the ball just on the cusp of the sunny side of the field. Everybody looking into the sun. Marblehead's going to try to make a run. She goes right at the net, just wide of the top corner. Now Mark does come into the game. She's joined by Cronin. Ball back in play. Briefly crosses midfield. Swampscott will take over. Here's Cronin. Centers, but past Mark. And Swampscott's going to have an opportunity to try the far sideline to see if that works for them. Poulin's going to chase this one down and let it roll out. Maggie DeGrand enters the game for Swampscott. Places Simone Nardizzi. Two DeGrand sisters on this Swampscott roster. Maggie is a senior, and Grace is a sophomore. Grace wears number 10. There she is, far sideline. She'll take the throw in here. Looking long to her sister. Handball against Swampscott. Could have been a push in the back, but they get the handball. Does Marblehead. Great kick, but Marblehead can't control it. Having some trouble right now. In the games we've covered, we've seen great passing from Marblehead. They need to get back to that, try to keep their space. And I think we have a turned ankle here. That's what it looked like as. Try to find out what player it is, but she immediately went down and grabbed her ankle. Try to figure out what's going on, and we'll be back after this. And we're back here at Christopher Piper Field. That was Juliana Rhodes, a junior for Swampscott, who went down injured a minute ago. She was limping off, grabbing at her left side, and they're checking on her left ankle right now. Marblehead breaks huddle, and we'll get back to action in just a moment. Swampscott has the 1-0 lead. A little over halfway through the first half of play here today. It's Halloween night. Swampscott looking to win the conference today with a win over the Magicians. Magicians looking to win today and share the conference title with the Big Blue. It's a terrible feeling, like a parent buying one toy for twin boys and asking them to share it. But Marblehead will take it. Their expectations were to win the conference outright. But a hiccup along the way, a 3-game losing streak to some of the best teams around. 2 losses of those in the conference have put a slight halt to that goal for now. we're going to have a timeout on the field. Marblehead down 1-0. We'll be back after this. Swampscott's back on the field first out of the timeout. Marblehead joins them now. Marblehead down 1-0. Just under 18 minutes left to go in the first half. Swampscott's lone goal on a penalty kick. Last time these two teams met, game ended in a 0-0 tie. It was very important that Marblehead scored first today, as that's the way they play best. They're not used to playing from behind, and neither is Swampscott, but it would have been great to have that advantage here at home. And this is a goal, 2-0 Swampscott. That's Haley Barnhart. Second of the game for Barnhart. Somehow, ball found her foot with a lane. After a few headers, the ball settles to Swampscott. Now Meg Ryan sort of stumbles over herself, but is able to play it. Megan Cronin, good trap there. Eddie and Cronin back and forth between one another. Cronin now tries to cross. And Marblehead's Gabriella Mark was offsides, came back onsides, but can't be the first to play it, and Swampscott takes over. Here's Mark once again, trying to stave off Grace DeGrand, pesky over there, left side of the back line. Bosley to Schauder. And too far ahead of Cronin. Could have been a good opportunity for Marblehead had Megan Cronin been able to play that one. Girls really battling hard on both sides right now. Marblehead almost in desperation mode early on here. Rory Schauder does get it through. And Emily Guinness. She's there. Marblehead hasn't been able to beat her yet. See what Gabriella Mark can do. Tries to find Megan Cronin. Oh, the girls collide hard. A shot. And a save. Wow, Cronin collided really hard with the Swampscott defender there. Both girls played the ball at the exact same time. Two Swampscott players get caught up, and then Marblehead wins the ball. Olivia Eddy, nice footwork. Bridget Schauder. Bounced around between the 50 and the 40. Finally settles. DeGrand out of position. Pushes it too far ahead of her teammate. Marblehead's going to have a goal kick. Good kick there and a push in the back. Sydney Clark. Great ball by Poulin, but not much run from Marblehead. A little more hustle. They may have been able to break the back line. A shove by Swampscott. Marblehead fans imploring their girls to go here. They know they need a goal. Love to get one in the first half. Cut this lead in half. Huge kick there. Ends up with Maeve Bosley. And ricochets off a few more people. That's goal scorer Haley Barnhart, who pushes it out of bounds. Marblehead hoping she was absent from school today and ineligible to play because she's got both goals for Swampscott. She's the difference here today. Olivia Eddy on the far sideline. Looking for the throw in. Goes to Gabriella Mark instead. Now Bosley does find Eddy. She's getting thrown around in there all day today so far. But draws a kick for her team. This is Meg Ryan taking a shot at the far corner off the crossbar. About 4 inches too high. Marblehead very good off direct kicks. They've had a lot of success this year. Both Schauder girls are very good, and so is Meg Ryan at making those count. They almost did there. It's been a huge momentum swing. Those are like a home run in baseball or a dunk in basketball. Gets the crowd going, gets the bench going, and just takes the wind out of the sails of the opposing team. Rory Schauder far sideline, a good centering ball. But Agresti was there for Swampscott. Now skied up. I think Megan Cronin needs to be more confident in herself. She keeps trying to return the pass right as it gets to her. Understand the give and go concept, but she should try to work this sideline and see if she can center to find one of her teammates. Eddy being held, what else is new? Migliori tosses it in. Eddy back to the goal. Lucie Poulin pops it over the defense. Surprised no whistle there as Marblehead's offensive player put both hands on the back of Swampscott's defender. Marblehead still has the ball. And we'll get another throw in here. to the middle of the field. Meg Ryan thought maybe that one had a chance to bounce over Emily Guinea's hands, but she was sure-handed that time. No rebound there. Marblehead may need a break like that, a weird bounce, or maybe they'll get a shot at a penalty kick as well, somewhere down the line here. Ball's being bounced around. That one lands right under Olivia Eddy's foot. She almost falls, but is able to compose herself. This one does find a seam. A chance for Marblehead. And tackled as she shot it was Lily Gregory. Good opportunity there. Space ahead. Schauder to Poulin, tries to find the far sideline, can't get it past. That's DeGrand, Maggie DeGrand. A race to the corner, won by Marblehead. Great play there to get it out of the corner cleanly. Schauder across the middle. And the Big Blue get it out. Poulin way up from the defensive line now. Just gonna let this one trickle out of bounds. Just under 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Quick kick there. Marblehead doing a nice job of not letting any Salem players behind them. Olivia Eddy in a huge battle with Maddie Fouts. Great footwork by Meg Ryan. She finds a way to center it. Lily Gregory runs it down. Turns Schauder back to Gregory. She's going to have another chance with her left foot. And it gets caught underneath a Swampscott player. Marblehead will have their second opportunity from the corner today. Bridget Schauder, she went front post last time. This one has a little more lift on it. Could find somebody. It's Bosley. Oh, a great save by Emily Guinea. Tips it up and over the goal. Junior Alexis Bosley had it squared up. Now from the opposite corner. This one near post. And doesn't make the field of play. Any corner opportunity is good. Kind of just feel it. Marblehead has a goal coming. We hope. But the fans are into it and the bench is into it. Momentum has seemingly shifted even in the eyes of a 2-0 deficit. Shadows have crossed midfield now. Taking a long time to throw the ball in, weighing her options. Throws it right to Lucie Poulin, heads it back towards the sideline. Marblehead controls, turns it over.
Go, get it out, go, White, go!
Now they'll look to attack. 3-on-4 Marblehead, and offsides. The correct call there. Olivia Eddy was a step or two ahead. Unhappy fans and teammates. I think that was the right call.
Doing everything, Mike. Love it.
Good boot here, curls towards the sideline. Swampscott's gonna let it roll out. Ellie Wright, throw in. Barnhart can't find it. Now she does. Sends it too far over her teammate's head. And it does sneak out of bounds. Almost to the final 2 minutes of play before we take a little break and Marblehead regroups. But they're gonna look to get one before time expires here. It would be huge. Schauder fakes like she's gonna launch it. Plays it lightly to her sister. Two sets of sisters on the Marblehead team. Bosley's and the Shouters. Alexis and Maeve, both juniors. Rory and Bridget, senior and sophomore. Foot race here to the ball, won by Marblehead. And luckily enough, she plays it off of the Big Blue. Good hustle by Maeve Bosley. Gregory denied as she tries to split the D. Great footwork by Barnhart. Onsides. Swampscott could go up 3-0, and they do. Jamie Caponegro with the goal for Swampscott and Haley Barnhart with the assist. 2 goals and an assist for Barnhart today. That's exactly what Marblehead did not want to happen. 3-0 at halftime is much different than 2-0. Especially when they were playing so well, even without an end result of a score. They know they need to play hard. Hopefully 3 goals isn't too far out of reach. Gregory whiffs on the header. Barnhart slips past Bosley. And that one could have been goal number 4. Kornitsky played it too hard off her left foot. But Barnhart set her up beautifully. That's halftime. With the score, Big Blue 3, Marblehead 0. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Hopefully Marblehead can find some offense in the second half. We'll be back to find out right after this.
Thank you, NGB.
Thank you, NGB.
Happy to help.
Thank you, NGB.
Thank you, NGB.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
Second half underway right now. A 3-0 lead for the Big Blue. Marblehead has a Lot of work to do if they want a share of the NEC conference title. Be sharing it with this team right here, the Big Blue. If they win today's game, they outright win the conference title. So the girls wearing blue are going to try to hold the lead, and girls wearing white are desperately going to try to fight their way back into this. Marblehead had a few opportunities in the first half. They had 3 corner kicks, one of which was really, really nice by Bridget Schauder. She put it right in front of the goal, and it found the back line of Marblehead. Maeve Bosley just had a great shot, but Emily Guinea has been great in net for Swampscott, and she just got her hands on it and deflected it over the net. Marblehead has also hit the crossbar on a free kick. So chances today, just no results yet. Swampscott, we've seen a star in the making so far today. Their sophomore, number 11, Haley Barnhart, has 2 goals and an assist on the 3rd goal. One of those on a penalty kick. Just rolled it past Kelly Morrison in the bottom corner of the net. That was Swampscott striking first. Good play by Maeve Bosley. Kicks that one out of bounds, lets her defense hustle back to help her out. Not a good play there by the Big Blue. That's the star in the making. Rory Schauder taking about a 60-yard jog to throw this one in. Just to turn it over to Swampscott. Marblehead needs to start winning some of these throw-ins, find a way to possess the ball for more than a split second. Keep the field spread, try to find the seams, or send one of those past the defensive line and hope your player's quicker than theirs. Right idea by Olivia Eddy on that one. Marblehead has had a really, really solid season, 13-3-1, but I think they thought they wouldn't be sharing a conference title this year. We were never able to catch up with the girls in our fall sports preview on MHTV or through the season, but we know that Andrew Bubb always has the highest expectations for his team. Always near the top, if not on the top, the case this year. Good thing is for Marblehead, if they lose here today or end up tying, they should be able to put up about 8 or 9 goals against a really bad Saugus team tomorrow night and finish the year off on a high note. Again, this was supposed to be the season finale. It's Halloween night. Usually don't play into November, but they will have one more game due to a postponement this past weekend. Some of the bad weather that rolled through.
Good, keep it up, White, keep going!
Take your time.
Poulin scoots it over to Schauder. Schauder's going to take a shot. Great kick. But Emily Guinea barely had to move. We've seen Schauder have a success on those over the last couple years, shaking her head on that one. Thought she had all of it. That one, a direct hit. Not the type of header that you want Off the throw in. Olivia Eddy, left foot, tries to find Meg Ryan. This Big Blue defense basically impenetrable. Swampscott. There's a couple girls running the seams. A shot here. Trouble. That one bounces off the crossbar. It's going to be white ball as Barnhart went too hard into Kelly Morrison, but very close to being 4-0 there. What a shot by Simone Nardizzi. Hit the crossbar and the ball bounced directly down, but on the field side of the goal. And then Haley Barnhart charged really hard to try to play the rebound and spiked Kelly Morrison right in the stomach. Marblehead very fortunate that they're not playing 33 minutes of soccer down 4-0. Here's Olivia Eddy. Swampscott sends it back into play. Doesn't reach the M at midfield. From Marblehead gets a foot on it. Grace Arthur runs it down. Hold on Marblehead. Schauder holding down Jamie Caponegro. Caponegro scored the third goal for the Big Blue right before the half ended. Michaela Agresti gives it a ride. Right to Lucie Poulin. She'll head it twice. This time finds a gap. Swampscott retains possession on the far sideline, and the left winger will come all the way over to throw this one in. Shot here, but through the uprights. Poulin puts this one back into play. Great kick, headed directly out of bounds by the Big Blue. Tough stretch of games for Marblehead to finish off the regular season. They had those 3 tough games that they lost, and then they won 3 games against subpar opponents, but 4 of their final 6 games dating back to that October 14th loss that we covered here against Danvers are road games. The girls started the season with a lot of home games. As we know, the boys and girls play in opposite fields, usually the same team on the same day, so it was a tough stretch, tough opening stretch for the guys playing a lot of away games, and now the girls are feeling it here at the back end with a stretch of road games to finish up. Here's Rory Schauder, specialist here, sends this one wide right of the net, and it's not going to be able to be chased down. surveys. Decides and kicks, comes near side. Off Meg Ryan, right to Grace Arthur. She's gonna center it. A rebound opportunity. But Marblehead not there. That's one that we were hoping for. Emily Guinea's had a couple bounce off her hands. Too bad Marblehead wasn't there to make the best of that one. I believe that was untouched on the Marblehead throw-in. Traffic on the far sideline. Now the ball squeaks through. Grace Arthur gonna have a chance. Nudge to the side by Ellie Wright. Another chance spoiled. Good big blue defense. Arthur again, Meg Ryan's gonna try to turn on it, gets tripped up, and the whistle does sound. So many lines on the field, it's tough to see if she was inside the box. Doesn't look like it. It's not a penalty kick, but this will be placed right on the football 15. Lucie Poulin gonna have a chance to cut the lead to 2. A wall of Swampscott defenders directly in front of her. Can she do it? Bottom corner, wide left. Kind of the only place she could go with it. 5 players standing right in the middle of the net. And the ball just placed on the 15, you don't have much of an angle. A lot of action offensively for Marblehead. They just can't find the net. Shouter ahead to Eddie. Can't find it. Meg Ryan hits the deck again. Bridget Cullinane pleading her case. Now with 10 more yards of room, we'll see if Lucie Poulin can beat the keeper. Right foot too high. And frustrated with herself. This game might not be going Marblehead's way, but one game that did go Marblehead's way was their playoff football game this past Friday night. Swampscott can't clear there. Marblehead played here at Piper Field and whomped Wayland 35-0 and is moving on to the second round. Here's a good centering ball, but it gets past Grace Arthur. We have a timeout taken by Swampscott. We'll tell you more about how good the Marblehead football team is and if Swampscott season's still alive, and then hopefully Marblehead soccer can get back in this one. We'll take a break and we'll be back after this. And we're back, 25:39 left on the clock in the game here between Marblehead and Swampscott. Swampscott's got a 3-0 lead. Marblehead's gonna have to work hard to get back in it. Swampscott looking for that outright conference title with a win here today. Swampscott girls 16-1-1 this season. A great season on a team that just only has 6 seniors, so probably a few good seasons to come also for the Big Blue. Grace Arthur through the middle. Finds Meg Ryan, stays on her feet, gonna try to turn the corner. And a good slide tackle. Pokes the ball away. Michaela Agresti with the aggressive play. All right, Meg Ryan, try it from the corner. This one sails. It's gonna be far post over everybody. And Swampscott's able to clear it, or at least get it to the 52 before Marblehead turns it around. Oh, you gotta run at that ball. Rory Schauder has to run to that ball. Luckily, Poulin gets back in time, but that could have been costly. It turned into a 3-on-1 right away. Throw in by Ella Parker. Turned on by Nardizzi. Nardizzi through the middle. And Morrison's gonna pick this one up. Olivia Eddy across 30. Switches feet a couple times. Tries to break past the defense. Marblehead's gonna have to move up here. They got four girls not in play. They're down 3-0, need to be more aggressive than the other team. Good ball there, but no one back for the Magicians. Marblehead's fall sports teams have had a good season. A lot of the teams will be in the conference tournaments, their respective conference tournaments, and a few have won the conference. Cross-country team for the boys won the conference. The field hockey team clinched the conference for the first time in a few years. Best team they've had in a while. Really interested to see what they do in the postseason tournament. And we just mentioned the football team had a great season. They finished undefeated. They'll obviously have a Thanksgiving game against Swampscott. Already played in one tournament game. They won 35-0. And by the time you see this soccer game here on MHTV, they will have played another tournament game, most likely, and it's against Gloucester. So their win over Wayland gets them a conference opponent in Gloucester. Games here at Piper Field. Here's Agresti. Puts it right at Kelly Morrison. Oh, who drops it? Oh, she collects it. Could have been awful there. Ella Parker could have sealed it. Schauder right off Sydney Clark's forehead, out of bounds. We'll have to see how the brackets for a lot of the tournaments set up as Grace Arthur puts one far post. Alexis Bosley was there, just went up wrong off her knee. Marblehead's gonna have another corner. It's Bridget Schauder who hustles out there. Arthur's near post, Meg Ryan's far post. This one got some good curve on it. Oh, and it hits the crossbar. And then Lucie Poulin pops it up, and it does find the back of the net. It's Olivia Eddy. Breaks through for the Magicians. They needed it so badly. Almost halfway through the second half. A great ball off the corner by Schauder. It bounced around. Lucie Poulin popped it up towards the net. Once it settled, Olivia Eddy took care of the rest. Hopefully the Magicians aren't done there. Cronin centers. Eddie not running. Grace Arthur has had a great second half. Her hard work and hustle set up a couple plays here for Marblehead, both corners. And she's been solid getting the ball towards the center. There she is running towards the net. It's a bad kick from the goalie. Eddie gives chase but doesn't make any real play on the ball because she knows her team's going to have a throw in. Big Blue had nothing to do but to kick it out. And unable to keep that one in. Looked like it was in, but ref turns it over. Sub coming in for Big Blue. Sydney Clark re-enters. She'll replace Simone Nardizzi. Make sure you stay tuned at the end of the game. I'll be announcing the Marblehead Fitness Center Player of the Game. Meg Ryan fighting hard. She's been playing tough all day. Hit the deck a couple times. Not a bad shot. Another weak kick from Emily Guinea. Arthur's unable to win that one. Bosley steps up, connects with Schauder, looks to her sister, decides Lucie Poulin's a better option. Bosley up ahead to Cronin, touch pass. Eddie. Change direction. Needs to pass the ball there. 2-on-1 for Marblehead, but Swampscott wins the ball, beats the first player. Very rarely are you going to have a one-on-one opportunity against Lucie Poulin and win. Bridget Schauder. Somewhat dangerous play by Grace DeGrand. She allowed Emily Guinea to come out and play that with Cronin on her hips. Back to a previous thought, we'll have to see how the tournament seedings come out to see if Marblehead and Swampscott will match up again in the postseason in any sports. There's obviously the always important Powder Puff game also. It'll be hosted by Marblehead this year, as the Thanksgiving football game between the two boys teams will be hosted by the Big Blue. The Powder Puff game is that Saturday prior to Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody will be able to make it out for that, and then over to Swampscott for some early morning football on Turkey Day. Swampscott football team season is already over. Grace Arthur there, not going to chase that one down. Swampscott football team lost 22-10 in their first playoff game or tournament game against Triton. A tough loss for the Big Blue. Probably expected to win that game. They had the ball twice in the red zone in the last 3 minutes. And they fumbled into the end zone for a touchback and then got stopped on fourth down with another opportunity to get back in that one. Shadows have almost fully covered the field now. A chill has definitely set in. Big blue midfielder gets it out past the 50. "15 minutes to go. Marblehead still down 2. Far sideline now. Marblehead, a little bit of momentum. If they can win that one. Bosley battles DeGrand. It's Meg Ryan that comes away with it. She's got a little bit of space. Switches feet, goes left. Maybe a shot there. Oh, just right. She had both Schauder and Arthur running towards the net. Too far in front of everybody. Near sideline, that's off the big blue heel. Quick throw in. This one booted ahead by Barnhart. Good decision by Kelly Morrison not to roll that one out. A big blue player right here on the near side was charging hard. Bosley heads that one, 15 yards ahead, right to her teammate. There's Olivia Eddy, tries to turn the corner. Can Megan Cronin get there first? She can't. Nice play by the big blue to keep that in. This one deflects towards midfield. Rory Schauder tries to get it away from 2 big blue players. Can't. Agresti tees this up. Bounces right on the Marblehead M at midfield. Poulin deflects this one out. Kaylin Attridge waits to enter the game at midfield. We'll see if they get her in momentarily. See if they can get a spark from the speediness of Attridge here late in the game. Poulin cuts off the Swampscott player. The nice play. Meg Ryan outside towards the near sideline. Bridget Schauder does play it ahead. See what Olivia Eddy can do as she's pushed in the back. And pushed from the side. Whistle does sound. Yep. Rory Schauder about to kick it off here. See if Marblehead can make a run. Had Megan Cronin lined up. Bosley far side. Schauder whiffs on that. Results in a handball by Swampscott. See if Rory Schauder can cut the lead to 1, just over 10 minutes left. Maybe Meg Ryan. This is what they do, they'll stand there. One may touch, one may shoot. See what they do. It's going to be Schauder. Shows her sister straight ahead of her. Light kick. Oh, another one off the crossbar. Lucie Poulin, a header, doesn't find it. We have a no goal. They're going to call that goal off. Marblehead's going to celebrate, but the referee says no goal. Says a handball. No goal for Marblehead. They took the goal away. It was a handball. I believe on Bridget Schauder after Lucie Poulin tried to head it in. Maybe it was on Poulin, too far to see with too much commotion in front of the net. That's unfortunate for the Magicians. 10 minutes is plenty of time to get another one. Now they're going to have to work hard, even harder, just to split the deficit to 1. Right idea by Eddie. Now Attridge gets in the game. Poulin awaits the whistle. Tosses it in. Marblehead will have a throw-in down by the corner.
All right, Mag, let's go.
Right into Poulin with a lot of room. Three players try to knock that one down. Can't. Makes its way to Barnhart. Straight through the middle. Nice play on the ball by Olivia Eddy, approaching it instead of letting it come to her. Meg Ryan, here's Schauder. And to Arthur, can she turn on it? Tries to, but loses it to the defender. And a tough call there. Not sure if that actually was off of Grace Arthur, but that's how the official saw it.
Come on, White.
7.5 minutes remain. Blues absolutely holding there. Maddie Fouts had her arm wrapped around the back of Olivia Eddy. No call. Marblehead has to continue to battle here for the last 7 minutes. Unfortunately, just had a goal taken away from them. Strange handball call. Unsure. This one launched. Meg Ryan. High and wide. Got to take every chance you can get now. Back in play. Poulin decides to head that instead of try to play with her foot. Now it's a foot race between Haley Barnhart and Kelly Morrison. Morrison gets there, decides to kick it. There's Barnhart, right foot turns and shoots. 2 goals and assist, and an assist today for Haley Barnhart. Another push by Swampscott. I think Danvers and Swampscott had about the same scouting report on Olivia Eddy that last game that we covered. She was smothered all game long, and she's been double teamed here today and been pushed around all game long. This is Barnhart, flips it past Poulin. Nice recovery by Lucie, but it's a 2-on-1 opportunity if Swampscott can get there first. Luckily, Kelly Morrison can come out and get it. This one sky high, both girls let it fall. Bridget Schauder there. Tough play, collides with Jamie Caponegro, who grabs at her lower leg. The force on that when the two girls meet and the ball doesn't go anywhere is always extreme on the knees and ankles. Surprisingly, don't see more injuries when that play occurs. Good aggressive play by Rory Schauder. It's an illegal throw-in. Ball never came behind the player's head. Schauder up ahead. She had two of her teammates running, but Big Blue got there first.
Let's go, White, let's go!
Poulin looks Arthur's way. Finds Bridget Schauder. There's Attridge turned on it. The spark they were hoping for by putting her in the game. She's able to find the seam. She's so small. Just kind of hides behind the defense. Grace Arthur trying to win this one. Good play, settles it. She's got to shoot it. That one might get in there. Over the net. About a foot high, maybe not even. Would have capped off a great second half for Grace Arthur and cut the lead to 1 with maybe enough time. It's going to be tough now. Morrison played out to Poulin, 2.5 left. Sydney Clark wins the 1-on-1 with Lucie Poulin up ahead to her teammate. That could be the clincher. Haley Barnhart, the hat trick, has pretty much sealed a conference win for Swampscott. Three goals and an assist here today for sophomore Haley Barnhart. Has basically solidified that Swampscott will be the lone champions of the smaller NEC division. Marblehead is going to have 2 minutes to try to get 3 goals. And it's a handball. Go. It's going to be Meg Ryan. See if she can thread that gap. And it plays it off of her teammate and in. 4-2. Not over yet. Bridget Schauder deflected that one in. Don't know if we credit that to Ryan or Schauter, but either way, Marblehead gets one more on the board, and now that goal that was taken away is just absolutely crucial and heartbreaking. It should be 4-3 with a chance to tie things up here under 2 minutes. And instead they have to get goals. Going to be nearly impossible. Attridge over to Ryan and cleared away. And the air just taken out of the girls here. You can just tell. Too little, too late. A couple calls didn't go their way today. It was just more of the lack of offense in the first half, lack of opportunities that cost them today. But it's not the end of the season for Marblehead. They have one more regular season game against Saugus. That will do it here today, though. Swampscott is the NEC champions. So Marblehead will finish things up with one more game against Saugus, and then by the time this is played, we'll probably be underway in the conference tournament. No need to hang their heads. They've had a great season, and it's not over yet. Be sure to stay tuned. When we return, I'll announce the Marblehead Fitness Center Player of the Game.
The Marblehead Fitness Center offers health and wellness programs for all ages, abilities, and personal goals, and is proud to present the MHS Sports on MHTV Player of the Game.
Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Fitness Center Player of the Game is Olivia Eddy. She scored a goal in this game for Marblehead and was active offensively all day. She took some big hits and body checks from the Big Blue, but maintained composure and really helped her team stay in this one as long as they did. And she'll be a key component to how deep they go in the tournament. So congratulations, Olivia, from the Marblehead Fitness Center and MHTV. I'd like to thank Marblehead Fitness Center for being our community partner and bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd also like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Thanks to John Caswell for running the camera, Annalena Behrens, and Thilo Henst doing my stats today. Once again, final score 4-2. Big Blue win it. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thank you, NGB.
Thank you, NGB.
Happy to help.
Thank you, NGB.
Thank you, NGB.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.